Hi, my name is Dawn White, and I'm an Instructional Development Manager with Smart Technologies. And today I want to talk with you about how to use Smart Notebook to help your students write effective and organized essays using a graphic organizer that I like to call the Hamburger Essay. A lot of times students just need a little bit of guidance to get going and start writing. And if they have that guidance, they build confidence that they can write something that people can understand and get some information out of. So graphic organizers are excellent tools to help students write effectively. Let me show it to you. In an earlier video, I show you exactly how to draw these things, the boxes and the labels. So if you need help with that, refer to that video. But for the purposes of this video, I wanted to talk about how to actually implement this idea into your classroom. The idea of the hamburger is something concrete that students can latch onto and look at their essays and their writing through a new lens that will help them evaluate their writing in new ways. So we have a hamburger bun, and the bun is made up of flour and water and eggs and yeast, and the top bun and the bottom bun are made out of the same ingredients. And if you pose the idea that their introduction and conclusion paragraphs need to be made out of the same materials, a lot of times the light bulb comes on and they realize they only have to write things once and then kind of restate them again in the conclusion. Then move on to showing them that they will come up with 3 supporting details or main ideas, whatever type of essay you're writing. We'll go into that in more detail in just a minute. But they'll come up with 3 ideas that support the statement that they make in their introduction. And we talk about how the first and second main ideas are those things that add a lot of flavor to their hamburger. Maybe they like cheese and bacon, or maybe they like ketchup and mustard, lettuce and tomato. Those things are what make the hamburger taste really good. But their third main idea is their most important one that they hold until last because it's the meat of the essay. It's their strongest point that they are going to make. So how do you get started? Depending on what grade level you are working with, here is an example of something that I might do with elementary age students, talking about why dogs make great pets. And with middle grade students, you might choose a debatable topic like school uniforms or anti-bullying measures. Anything that is relevant to them that would get them writing things that they might have a lot to say about. High school students, you could use this structure for character development or an opinion essay. Lots of different types of writing would use this basic 5-paragraph essay model, and using that idea of the hamburger gives them a little bit of guidance in doing that. That's very visual for a lot of students. So here's an example of an elementary lesson in progress, and we're talking about why dogs make great pets. And the students added these items that they were obedient and trainable, loyal, funny, and protective. And we talked about how our introductory paragraph that we wrote together here, many people have dogs in their houses. Dogs make great pets. They are obedient, funny, and protective. So what we did is we chose obedient, funny, and protective out of all of the things that they brainstormed. And we would then begin to write our essay in a little bit more detail. We would talk about indenting and things like that. Here, this paragraph was not indented, so I might indent it. Talk about the importance of that. But really, at this stage, you're just worried about getting things down on paper. And so the first paragraph would talk about how dogs are obedient, and they might talk about how they're trainable. And you would just go on to create an essay with the details, everything about how a dog is obedient in this paragraph. The next paragraph would talk about how they're funny, and the final paragraph would be their most important one, would be how they are protective. Then the conclusion paragraph would be a restatement of the introduction paragraph, where they would make, a statement similar to dogs make great pets because they're obedient, funny, and protective. And if you give them that very basic essay structure and show them that they don't have to come up with brand new words for their conclusion, a lot of times students breathe a sigh of relief. Graphic organizers help students write effectively and efficiently and clearly and in such an organized manner that you will see a revolution in all of their writing across the board. If you just introduce the idea of the hamburger to them, graphic organizers are an excellent tool to get students writing clearly and in an organized manner, and it helps to build their confidence that they could become good writers and that they know what they want to say and how to say it. So using something like the hamburger organizer helps students to build that confidence to become really good writers and will revolutionize what you're seeing them produce in your classroom. And that is how to use the Hamburger Essay Graphic Organizer to help students write effectively and efficiently and in an organized manner in your classroom. Thanks for your time today.